Hello there, welcome back to Sit and Chat, and I'm Whyte.
And I'm Jamie Allan.
How you been, mate?
All good, all good. When was the last time we recorded? What is it, Tuesday?
Tuesday, yes.
Yeah.
Good podcast with Joe.
It
We
was.
brought along a lot of new viewers, so appreciate you, Joe. Thank you very much for coming on, and hello to the new people.
And it was good meeting you, Joe. Started listening to music a bit more, having met him.
Yeah.
Some other tracks that I never actually listened to before I met him. But no, the music's good. I enjoy it. It's something new, it's something different.
Yeah.
But I know it was a good podcast. Learned quite a lot about him. A lot of new things, especially about music. It's been a slow week though.
Slow week.
It was slow up until the two Scotland international games for the World Cup qualifiers. I'm not going to lie to you. It's,
the important things.
Exactly. It was slow all the way up until Friday, and then slow at the weekend, and then Monday it sort of brightened up.
Do you want to tell them then about the night that you had?
Well, I was a fair. Well, I mean, Friday's result, none of you will probably know.
Or care.
Or care. But it was 3-0 to Scotland against Lithuania, away from home. Good result right there. Enjoyed that, but I was working Saturday, so I couldn't enjoy it to the extent that I wanted to. However, Monday came, and we had Malta, and we won 2-0. I had a few boys over, my cousin. It was a rare piss up, shall we say. I had a few drinks, a fair few. Luckily, I was off Tuesday, and because I could not have made it to work.
Is that why this has been recorded on Wednesday instead of Tuesday when we originally planned?
It is indeed, aye. we planned to record Tuesday.
I am not surprised in this.
And it is now Wednesday.
I mean, I don't mean to throw you under the bus or anything, but you were drinking Strongbow Dark Fruit.
I was indeed, aye.
Are you disappointed?
No, I'm not disappointed with him myself.
I think you owe fans an apology that you'd succumbed to such low levels.
No, I mean, what I say is there was a valid reason. So
Scotland won is a rare thing.
Well, that's very true. However, we had bought a lot of drinking.
Yeah.
Tanned through it in no time at all. You know what I mean? Scotland took the lead in the first half, mate. First, what was it, 13 minutes or so?
Something like that, yeah.
Ridiculous. Christoph Berra with a header.
Yeah.
Celebrating, we're starting early before we had won within the first half there.
I mean, Malta is a mighty opponent as well to come up against.
They are ranked third last in the FIFA places.
So we managed to beat the third worst team according to FIFA in the world.
2-0. To be fair, England played them on Friday, and they only beat them 4-0. They scored 3 goals in the last 10 minutes, so they were 1-0. And it took them 54 minutes.
Okay.
So Malta they've got 0 points. They're shit, but we done well. However, it was about 5 to 10, and then we were strolled into the shop and went to the shopkeeper. Was like, look, all I've got left that I can give you is Strongbow Dark Fruits. My face was like, fuck's sake. However, 6 cases, 40 quid, can't argue. If
you never tried Strongbow Dark Fruit, that probably means you aren't an Argoth. So I mean, congratulations, you're a normal human in society.
Stay away from it. It's it's
pish.
It's pish.
To be fair, there's a lot of alcohol that's actually quite pish.
That's very true. You just drink it because it's alcohol, don't you?
That's so entirely true. I mean, my favourite drink that you can get is Carlsberg, and it's the cheapest you get at Spoons. But that's probably just because I have an uncultured palate, shall I say?
Well, I mean, my favourite is Kraken rum, I've got to say.
Yeah, yours is slightly more upbeat than mine. Aye. But you can't get that for $2.49 in Spoons.
You can't no, try $4.49. Well, I mean, that's pretty much my week summed up. What were you doing in the past? Well, since Tuesday.
Well, my flatmate Duncan, who will at one point appear on the podcast, has given me his disease, and I didn't get to enjoy the Scotland games, and all I've managed to enjoy, apart from once where I managed to get to the pub, was my bed. It's just the fun of being a cold. So if you hear me coughing, sniffling, or just having to take a break, then I apologise, but you know why. But I'm heavy dying here, and I still wanted to do this, so committed.
Fair enough. So you never get to watch the Scotland games?
I didn't, unfortunately. 2 wins in a row for Scotland comes around less often, shall I say, than a blooming.
I mean, Slovakia is next month. If we can get tickets, I am certainly going, because it's a big game.
No, it's a big game. I mean, that's actually a good point to throw off to. So, last summer was Euro 2016, for those that didn't know. And, so me and Jamie have been Liverpool fans, right, for pretty much since we started supporting football at our own times.
Yep.
And we've always tried really hard to get Liverpool tickets. Now, Liverpool's incredibly difficult to get tickets for, as I think I've said in a podcast. Now, Euro 2016 came around, Scotland somehow didn't qualify, despite being put in a really easy group. First as well, they haven't qualified since Jamie was born, which I think he mentioned on the first podcast.
The very day I was born.
Yeah,
we were opening the World Cup against Brazil.
Yeah, I think you said, I presume his dad still never forgave him for that.
No, Dad still hates me.
Anyway, so Euro 2016 comes around, Scotland, surprise, hadn't qualified.
Yep.
I was gutted, but I said to Jamie, here, look, France is, it's literally, I could even drive there, being realistic, I could drive there. What about, right, because we couldn't get into the big games, we could do a group game though, both me and him could afford it, which was a rare thing, and actually get to see, one of the lesser teams play Euro 2016, but hey, it's a football tournament, and bearing in mind the next one's in Russia, so I mean, I don't want to have to travel there.
It's 4 years away, isn't it?
So anyway, all goes well, we're about to buy the tickets. I'm just confirming with Jamie that everything's about to go fine. And then I said to Jamie, oh yeah, by the way, if we do this, we need to get down passport details. So if you want to just give us your details. And Liam, slight problem here. And what? Don't have a passport.
Wait, let me just come back a bit here. Yes, okay. I do have a passport.
No, you had a passport that was out of date by quite a long time though.
10 years, 11, 12 years now. Oh wait, 12 years now. No, 11 years now. It's been out of date for 11 years. I'm dedicated to my home country, Scotland the Brave and that, you know what I'm saying? So
it's actually the first you've ever gone on holiday before.
When did you say?
Where's the first you've ever gone on holiday?
That'll be the furthest. I've been to Cyprus about 4 times.
But is that just the furthest away destination you've been to?
Well, I've been there. I've been to Spain.
The usual Scottish thresholds.
Exactly the standard basic bitch holidays, shall we say, for Scotland.
Well, Cyprus is quite a nice place to go to. Nice white walled buildings.
I've been to Rome Rhodes, sorry.
Rhodes? What the fuck's that?
Rhodes is in. I'm gonna say.
I thought you were gonna say Rome and it turned into road.
I know. Rhodes is. I'm gonna say is in Greece. I think it's in Greece. That was nice as well. I know that I remember much of it because I was 11 years ago now. But I'm not a jet setter. I get travel sickness no matter where I go. So avoid it. But
that was a bit of a cock up on your behalf.
Look, at the end of the day, are we getting Liverpool tickets for this season? That's what the next.
I presume this is going to be off camera, but after the podcast we can try and get it sorted.
This is what we need to get sorted.
It's incredibly difficult. If anyone does know Liverpool fans, I will pay them great money. By great money I mean £100 or so to get us tickets into the games.
Because it's proven very difficult.
And basically, if you either don't live in Liverpool or have been going to games since you were about -18, then you can't get in.
Indeed.
But anyway, so talking back to travelling, I was wondering then, so you're going to say that you're a travel sickness wherever you go, which is probably going to take away what I was going to say, which is a bit useless, but travel destinations, if you couldn't live in Scotland wasn't an option, you had to move somewhere else in the world, where would you move to and why?
Where would I move to? I'd move to the hills in America.
The hills in America? You some sort of hillbilly or something?
No, the hills, mate, the Hollywood Hills.
Oh.
Fuck's sake, mate.
I thought you were talking about being a fucking hillbilly
down Texas and shit. No, none of that. I'm talking.
You're talking about the other side, mate.
I'm talking Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills, is that right? And that would be
Beverly Hills is in LA. I presume you mean LA. And all that stuff.
I'd probably. I've got a few places, but I would like to stay there. That's goals right there.
It's actually where I said I was going to stay as well.
Fucking beautiful beautiful place. I think the American scene is just amazing. It is like, I know we see it in Scotland's point of view. We look over there and it looks like the best place on the planet to stay. I assume they're faced with everyday problems like us.
Oh yeah, obviously they are. If anything, they've got a lot of problems as well that we won't suffer.
American dream is there is no such thing as American dream. The place looks like a dream to stay, but there is no.
Well, that's the thing. It's basically a movie because every Western sort of culture's brought around watching American movies, and it all seems like that's the place. And I've been there myself, and I went to Florida and I saw Universal, Disney, all the tourist shit, and it was great, amazing, but to stay anywhere there, like I wouldn't stay there, but I would definitely, if I never get to live there, I'd certainly love to go out on a holiday or something to LA. But
LA's a beautiful place.
On my current wage, I think that's a wee bit far away.
Well, the good old doggies.
Yeah.
We'll not go too much into that because
I'll just leave it out.
You'll not have a job at the end of this.
Kind of. So, part of me thinks so, why not?
So that's where you say you would go as well, LA.
Yeah.
What if we couldn't choose LA though? Like,
if I couldn't choose LA, I'd still probably choose America. Like, I was thinking maybe Spain, but it's a wee bit too touristy shit now, and I know America doesn't escape for that, but it would just feel like normal. It wouldn't necessarily feel like a foreign place that's been taken over by tourists, if you get me, and a lot of Spain feels like that now, which is fine for like a week or 2 weeks or whatever when you go to, but probably would want to live in it.
I think my second destination would be definitely the Caribbean, like whether it be St. Lucia or somewhere else.
My uncle lived in St. Vincent for 4 years in the Caribbean.
St. Lucia is somewhere I'd like to maybe go.
Should probably avoid that because I guess hurricanes are for about 3 months a year.
Well, that's very true. And the wee wooden houses always break.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is,
that's what my uncle says. If you always go to St. Vincent because they don't really get it, it's just St. Lucia that gets it.
St. Lucia that gets it.
But St. Lucia's a
tourist one. There was another place, I can't remember what it is. It's just along for St. Lucia. I can't remember what it's called.
Jamaica.
No. It's the film Death in Paradise. That's the reason.
Oh yeah. Have
you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen. My mum was a big fan of the show. Yeah, we used to watch that on TV.
Fuck, I don't know what it's called though.
It's not a real. It's not a real place, by the way. They film it. I think they do film it in St. Lucia, but it gets called a different name for the TV show. But that's what I was just saying. Was that something that you own, like watched, or is that something you watched with the family?
No, it was it used to be like my dad would shut us down and he was like, look, you need to watch this, like, and this was maybe the third episode in, so we went and we watched the first two. Talk about me and my mum, we went and watched the first two in the kitchen. They're an hour an episode, didn't they? So basically we watched the first two and we're like, shit, this is good. So then it struck 9 o'clock and my dad was like, right, you seen the first two? And we're like, we've seen the first two. He was like, right, it's on again tonight. So we watched it and I hooked on it. Like, it's just so good.
It's like 4 seasons. Well, I can't mind if it's I think it's finished now, but there's 4 seasons. I'm sure if you're interested in watching, you can go on iPlayer and you'll find it.
Yeah, it's finished just now. It's coming back at the start of the year.
Oh, is it? I thought
no, it comes back every start of the year.
I thought it's like done with it. I thought it was like scrapped.
No, but it's I know it was a really good show, but. Yeah, so after seeing the Caribbean, obviously it's a bit different there.
There's a murder as well every week.
No, that's very true. That's very, very true, I suppose.
I always like to describe that show as Midsummer Murders, but with heat.
Pretty much. But no, it's that'd be my second destination probably.
No, that's good.
Just somewhere out the ordinary. Quite as well too.
It would be a heavy difference from here.
I know, but peace and quiet. That's what I'm saying.
See, while you're talking about TV, right? Do you grow up like with the whole? See, like for me, and I can't remember if I mentioned this on the podcast or not, but see, until I was 11 years old, right, we only had 5 channels in the house. I know, you said, yeah. So, but see, after that, once we got, I think when I turned about 11, the age of Freeview started to come about. Yeah. And as soon as that happened, like me and my mum just found like so much, like, because obviously this was before, like, because I was still like about the 11 to 13 age here. Yeah. I wasn't like going out on the piss. I wasn't like seeing my mates beyond like too late at night. So by the time I was coming back from like my mates or from school or whatever, there'd always be something on TV, and I found that was like the main thing that me and my mum interacted with, since there wasn't like, because she has an interest in foot, like she'll put up with it with me, and she can like if it's the World Cup or something, she'll watch it, but she won't watch it if it's like a regular game. But regular like TVs and comedies is like our main sort of connection that we used to have with each other. Did you spend all the time watching TV when you were younger?
When I was maybe, we'll say from primary 6 to maybe about second year, I was big up on my Disney shows. You get me? Nah. I
never ruined Disney, so I was never.
No, wait, hold on.
That age.
Could I be wrong? Wait, what was like the Sweet Life and stuff on?
That's Disney and all that.
It's Disney, isn't it? Yeah.
I think that's Disney.
We'll say Disney for the sake of the
argument. I mean, I never had Sky, so any of these shows I've never seen. I always get so many complaints from like, no, my mates weren't really into that sort of thing, but like folk from college and always give me shite for not seeing these shows when I was younger. I watched them, but beyond that, like I never watched TV, like never. It wasn't a big. I say that it was quite a big part in my, like, you know, my daily routine and growing up. You know, if I never got to watch that, you know, say for 3:30 when we finished school to 6 when my dad came in, started controlling the telly. That, you know, that 3.5 hour window. If me and my sister never got to watch the telly, it would be like what
no, but not even that. Like, what else would we do? You know what I mean? So
yeah, because it's too late to go and play football.
Well,
your mates are all inside; they're not allowed to go out. So
in that sense, yes, it was a big part of growing up. But could I done without it? Probably, aye. Do you know what I mean?
It's like anything, you can do with any of it. But I certainly think for me, like, I find especially now, well, I'm older, and don't get me wrong, I love music. However, I think music certainly wasn't the biggest thing in my household. My grandparents never had like records or anything, so they were never that into music. My uncle's very into music, but I didn't obviously spend a lot of time with him growing up. And my mum and my dad both, like, they enjoy music, they love music, but like they're not as like big into as, you know, all these things. And I see a lot of these days, like, they make connection, like parents start to form with like their teenagers with music and all that sort of thing to sort of bring that sort of connection home and make sure you don't lose them. Me and mum never had that. For me, it was always like comedy things or just TV things that, like, you know, that we had the same interests in, sort of thing. So like when parents and I go to concerts, we'd often be like a comedy gig or something.
Nah, I don't know. I'm gonna say me and my dad's got a similar taste in music.
I have similar taste in music with my mum and my dad, but we're not as fanatic about it as like other folk family.
I'm the same. I was never like I used to sit and watch Tea in the Park every year with my dad.
I mean, I'd have it on in the background, but I was never like, right, I have to be in to watch it, sort of thing, or I have to be there to, you know.
No, I think we were like that. Me and my dad would watch Tea in the Park up to like 1 o'clock in the morning and stuff, just enjoy that. But I don't know, but my mum's not got, she puts on Capital, that's her extent to music. My sister's now up in the Little T and all that shit. If you don't know who Little T is, do not Google them. Do not YouTube them.
Or Blackpool Ground Media. Just never get into it. Unless you're up, right? Unless you and your mates want to laugh at some appalling music.
No, just don't even give them the views. Like, it's Blackpool Grind. Never go near it. Little T. Never go near it. Like,
never go near it.
However, what I will say is my wee sister's big up on that, and it's like, fucking, I had never had that taste in music. Like, that's no music. That's just shit he spits.
Yeah, but
I mean, there is a.
They can go back to whole race and class and bus. I've seen like a documentary that made them Vice about it, where they went and like interviewed. It was like a year ago, so it might be a wee bit out of date now. But basically, they were talking to them. You can see the area's rough as fuck where they grew up, and I don't really think they're well. Certainly don't think at the start they were doing it for fame or success or anything. I think they did it as like sort of a way out of the shite they're having to deal with, because looking at it looks rough as fuck, and I wouldn't want to be grown up in that.
And now they're driving i8s and stuff, so fair play to them.
So yeah, no, you can't fault the success, but I mean, the music you can.
The music is appalling, but
to be fair, right, Unit, the big one that we are, could we do any better? No.
Then I probably could the one line that made Little T famous, you know.
I'm going to rape your little sister.
Yep, I could.
So we should say as well before we go any further, I think he was like 12 or something when he said
Yes.
that. Don't get me wrong, that's not an excuse for him. However, he probably didn't realise what he was doing.
No.
Or he didn't realise the sort of backlash he would get from that.
So based on that one liner, yes, I could probably do better than him. However,
fair
now his music is a bit.
It changed.
It's changed. It's a bit better, shall we say?
Yeah, when you're popping a couple of million views on some of your tracks, you're going to be able to afford it.
Well, that's it. So I'd probably say no, I can do better now, but his music is still proper shit. But he's trying. He's making a difference.
He's trying, yeah, and he's trying to get out of a shite situation that he's in, so you can't fault it unless he's doing something illegal. But
And he's making a difference, so fair play.
yeah.
But
So, just before we start this, I heard you wanted to ask me about a certain trope of my life now. That's a big part of it, you know.
I do, right. So on the podcast, if you watched the previous ones, we've covered Liam's early life, his life now,
Same with you and your school life.
exact same
and
with his school life.
Your job, rather.
Yep, and we've covered Liam's work. One thing we've not covered, and it's one thing that I'm interested in because my mum works at a certain place, is university and uni life as such. Liam goes to university, and what is it you study again?
Digital media.
Digital media, right. For some reason I thought it was something else.
Like what?
Was it no? I thought you wanted to be like a news.
Well, we'll get on to that.
We'll get onto that, but what I will say is, so you go to uni. I want to know, for your point of view, how life is, how uni affects it,
Okay.
money you receive, if it's good funds, how it changes you as a person as well. So give me a brief description of what it is and how you study.
Well, do you know if I do it in this way? Do you know if I like going... Because I feel like this is a way, because obviously the new year's just start. Well, not new year, but like the new education year's just started.
Yep.
Do you mind if I go into long detail about the like how it happened, like how to start with and how I got in the situation?
Go for it.
So this might be a wee bit long-winded, but at the end of the day, I want to explain my story in as much detail as I can because, well, hey, I mean, trust me, before I get into this, I'm not going to try and make myself out to be a role model. I'm far from that. However, you can maybe see either mistakes that I made or maybe think, that's a good idea, I should do that sort of thing. So, from the beginning, so we need to jump back to 6th year high school. So, I was struggling with, I suffer from anxiety and also dyslexia. I'm not going to try and put that as an excuse why I did so well in my exams. I could have done more, but that was a factor that didn't help me.
Right.
So anyway, it comes to the exam day. Basically, I had an incident with one of my classes in computing where, due to some complications and my own stupidity, I basically couldn't pass the class. Now, for the year leading up to that, I was so sure I was going to be doing something like be a journalist or something like that. I was like, knew since like about S2, that's what I'm doing. Nothing else in mind, nothing bothered considered, which is quite rare to be honest, because a lot of people don't really know what to do. So, anyway, before my exam results came, and I was always wanted to go to Aberdeen to do this course, I was sort of thinking to myself, because the grades that came out basically, because I was pretty sure with my other grades I was going to pass them and get decent enough results. However, I would have, because I only had computing left, I needed to still pass computing with a minimum of C.
Okay.
Otherwise I wouldn't get in this course. So I went up to Aberdeen and I basically said to the person, I didn't expect anything from it, but I said, look, can I get into this course? Now, I don't mean to be obnoxious, and I know this guy's a university lecturer and he's struggling and everything, but he was a bit of a dick. So, no, very nice to start with, right? However, pretty incompetent, shall we say, because he said, oh, yes, if you're interested in that, I will get you into that course, so long you think you'll get the rest of the results and you won't need the C.
Yeah.
I'm like, perfect, I can move up to Aberdeen without having to worry. So anyway, summer holidays went past, come back, I didn't get the C like I expected for computing.
Right.
Went and phoned up the University of Aberdeen. Sorry, RGU was the university. And basically as well, so I told all my mates about this, I was basically sure I was going away to Aberdeen. I'd had mates' holidays because I was pretty sure I was gone.
Yep.
And then it came to that day and they phoned me up and they were like, yeah, no, sorry, there was a mistake, we misunderstood what you meant, we're not going to allow you into this course. And I thought, great, I'm fucked. However, thankfully, so for those of you that are either signing up to university or doing this year, you've got a thing called UCAS, which basically means you have to make your you have to write a CV and you have to write about yourself. And you basically pick your 5 courses that you want to for a year and you rank them from appropriateness of I want to do this one the most to this one the least sort of thing. And obviously, providing you get conditionals from them, you can do whatever you want. So it came to the day and I didn't get that. However, I had only 2 offers that were still left out of my 5 that I could take. So one of them was at Aberdeen College and it was to do a HNC on journalism.
Okay.
And I basically phoned them up and I was like, is it still fine to get on this? And they're like, yeah, you just have 24 hours to decide. And I'm like, perfect, good. I'm going to go to Aberdeen, whatever. 10 minutes after that, I got a phone call from Stirling University saying, here, how would you like to come and do this course, the BA Digital Media one, which I'm doing now. And I'll be honest, right, and see if you ever have to come to a decision like this on the day, is the hardest thing, because I had about 2 hours to make a decision that basically decided where I'd moved to, what degree I was doing for the next 4 years, and I had only 2 hours to make that decision, and it was stressful as fuck. I've never been so more nervous in all my life, and I was also a wee bit nervous. So my dad also lives up in Aberdeen, and I sort of agreed, like, he's big into, because when he was 18 he'd sort of like grown up and moved on and gone with like his manhood as such, and I do kind of agree that you need to, once you sort of hit an age, you sort of need to say, well, you can still have help from your parents, but like you should become more independent. I'm a big believer in that, and also because my mum and my dad had been separated for a long time. My mum did night shifters, had plenty of times where I was in the house on my own, so I knew what it was like to be independent, but not the final stage. And it was a very big ask because at the time my granddad was very unwell. He was in hospital for about 5 months at that point. The course in Aberdeen was only a 1 year option, whereas Stirling was a 4 year one. And I looked into it and I could still get student accommodation in Stirling. And in the end of it, I picked Stirling, and I'll be honest, I thought my dad was going to be really mad at me because he was pretty convinced as well, like me, that I was going up to Aberdeen. And yeah, I could tell he was disappointed on the phone, but I think the important thing to remember is if you're ever worried about telling your parents or something about a decision you've been made, providing you know that you've got good parents, then they'll be fine with the decision. I thought my parents wouldn't be happy with my decision, but they're actually very happy because I was happy. And any good parent should realise that, you know, if your kids, if that's what your kid wants to do and providing it's achievable, let them do it.
I've got 2 questions on that. One, what made you choose Stirling over Aberdeen? And my second question kind of ties in.
Sure.
Second question ties in. Did you get any influence from anybody, be it your mum, your dad, anybody at all who influenced the decision? And that sort of leads into the second one of why did you choose Stirling over Aberdeen?
Well, after the phone call, I basically looked. Well, it was for 2 reasons that I stayed. One, and although I wouldn't say this was a good decision for anyone, it was basically, well, my granddad was very unwell, and also I could deal with being away from like my mum for a wee while. I can always come back and see her. She always understands. She has the technology. She can like see me. She can drive up and see me. But I spent a lot of my childhood and being heavily influenced from my gran and granddad, and to suddenly pack up and say bye was, at the time, I don't think I could do it. I'm not sure I could do it now either, to be fair. I certainly couldn't then. And
well, why? Obviously it didn't help that your granddad was unwell at the time. That made it even more difficult, I suppose.
And then also another thing was I checked the course perspectives. Excuse me. And there's actually more in the there's more actually in the Stirling course over the 4 years that I'd rather do.
Right, okay.
So it came to, I phoned back Stirling Uni and I said, yeah, I'll do it, I'll come here. And yeah, I was very scared when I did that, because I sort of thought, fuck, everything I'd thought that was going to happen to me for the next 4 years or something, in 2 hours I'd been like gone. But and yeah, to anyone that's going through those decisions, it'll be hard, but just get through it as best you can. The summer between 6th year to when you start college or uni is very hard, especially coming near the end, because there's a lot of ties you need to close, a lot of people you need to say bye to, connections you need to keep. But I mean, for me, I made the perfect decision. I'll go more into that why, but part of the reason is I got to see my grandparents more, I get to see my family just as much, obviously, apart from my dad. And my mates from school, apart from like 2 of them, most of my good mates still live here.
Yep.
And you know, and I've made a lot of good friends.
So you're happy with the decision that you
Oh yeah, no, I couldn't fucking imagine if I went to Aberdeen now. I made such a good decision coming here. And that's the other thing, don't be afraid to change your mind, because like I said, I was convinced for 4 years I was going to go down the line of journalism and probably Aberdeen.
Yeah.
And within 2 hours I changed my mind, and there's nothing to be ashamed about in that, because I fucking love the decision more than anything else.
Yeah, ideal. I mean, again, I think it comes back to the decision making, and obviously, did anybody influence you in that way?
No, my mum and my dad were both very good. They both wanted me to stay in the respectful place. My dad wanted me in Aberdeen, my mum wanted me in Stirling, but they both said to me, we're not going to influence you. What we are going to do though is we're going to make up lists of cons and pros about each area.
Right.
And in the end there's more with Stirling, more
and
cons.
Did that help though, when they made up the list as such?
Yeah, the list, but I'd also suggest that's a good thing to do. The list really helped me, because I just saw, in the end, I think there's only 2 more pros to Stirling. Right. I said, fuck it, that'll do. 2 more's better than...
Well, that's it. 2's better than 1, I suppose, yeah.
So yeah, going on from that, so then there was the whole panic of, shit, I need to get student accommodation.
Right.
So I didn't have to go into student accommodation, however I'd highly recommend it. It's the best. It's like, don't get me wrong, there's things about it that'll bug you to shit, however it's great. I loved it.
It comes back to the independent thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's because I was just striving to be more independent is the reason I did it, but
yep.
I loved it. So when it came to... So once we knew I was in, we looked at the accommodation and there was only one place. So, sorry, I should go back a wee bit more as well. So my course is a joint course with Forth Valley and Stirling Uni. So I spend 2 years at Forth Valley College, which is in the Ratloch, and I then spent 2 years at Stirling University.
Right, okay. My mum works at the university.
No. So because I was technically a college student still at the time, there was only one place available to me, which was which is Bain Street. To anyone that stays around Stirling knows it. Now, I wish all house buying was as easy as that, right? So I knew I was going there, right?
Okay.
Within 3 days of me saying that I was going there, I had the keys to that flat. The only thing you have to do to get into student accommodation is you need to log on, save where you're going, put in all your details. It's not even that much detail, it's literally 1 page of details. Say if you don't mind sharing with like lasses and guys, and then agreed to pay the amount that was due, and then 3 days later they said, yeah, you can move in now today.
So, okay, really easy.
It's the easiest house moving in process you can ever expect. Now, so obviously then I move in and I'm with, so the people I lived with at the very start were, it's myself, Duncan, who I live with now, Aldo, who's from Spain, I live with a guy called Ewan, who's from Edinburgh. No, that was Jamie. Jamie's from Edinburgh. Ewan was from the north of Scotland. Dundee, that was where.
Dundee, right.
Yeah. So yeah, at the point where I moved into, there came the week after that I moved in was due to be Freshers Week.
Okay.
which was by chance the start of college and all that. So I did my first day of college, all going dandy, it's just usual, introductions and whatever. Really looking forward to freshers. For those that don't know what that is, it's basically a week of going up to your local university, doing different things like UV parties. This year there's the Chuckle Brothers performing up at Stirling Uni.
It's a rare piss up, so I've heard.
I would say it's a good time, however, I haven't got to experience it yet because unfortunately, 2 days after I moved into my flat properly and then I went to college, I only just met my flatmates and folk from college. Unfortunately, my granddad passed away in hospital when only into my second day of college I got dragged out of class for that. And it was a bit of a struggle, I have to say. So I missed the whole of freshers. I'd only been to 1.5 classes, so I was nervous as shit going back to college because obviously everyone now had time to make their friends group. I was thinking, fuck, I don't know what, I'm going to be the outsider now because I haven't had the chance to, go in the piss ups or meet them and chat to them. Now I'm the fucking outsider in this situation.
Yeah.
And when I went back, thankfully for me, I know not everyone's going to be as lucky as I did, but thankfully for me when I went back, I loved my class. I fucking loved my class. Got to meet some great people. Thankfully through Duncan on a night out, I got to meet most of my college friends. I found similar interests, and then you just go from it like that. It's just like meeting your mates from school, just so you're doing it at a later point in your life.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird because see the point where you make mates at school, most of that's done when you're sort of between 4 to 7, and then you have a break of about 10 years before you go and make a new set of friends. So then you're sort of like, shit, I'm not used to this anymore. I started getting back to life and college and all that jazz. I was very thankful. I loved my course and I made some great friends from it. Now, because I was on SAS, which is our equivalent of student loan, which you do need to pay back now, how should we say, you get quite a bit of, so when you first start, right, it's the same as happened to me again this year, you get a bulk sum of money for the first 2 months that you're going to college. That's basically for the foreign students. I haven't been here before and need to buy a load of extra supplies.
Yeah. Except
for the folk that aren't foreign exchange students and have, providing they've bought the things beforehand. It's good drinking money. There was a period where I was 4 days a week in the pub, sometimes in dusk, and some days I was 7 days a week.
We'll stop it there, right?
Yeah.
Would you say that's a good idea, or would you say it was
making friends, great idea. For my body and for actually making mates, no. But for college. Well, I say it right. I know I might get some stick for this, right? But certainly see at the start of my college thing, I could go to the pub 7 days a week, go out late at night, come back, go there in the morning for 9 o'clock, and I could have, providing I did some coursework when I came back home from college, I'd be fine. Now, you can't get away with that for the full length of it.
Yeah.
For the first month to the first 2 months, you can get away with that, especially if you're in your first year.
Okay.
And that's the main thing I suggest, especially at the start. Don't be afraid to make mates. I know it's difficult because a lot of folk are shy. I'm quite a shy person myself, but trust me, do it. Otherwise, you'll be miserable as fuck if you don't go out there and make mates. And I might scare folk by saying go out 4 nights a week. Not everyone has to do that. I was easily one of maybe the top 2 heavy drinkers in my class. Not everyone from my class went out every night. A lot of the people I knew though were in the block of flats I stayed in. We went out a lot, especially at the start.
So see when you got your new bulk assassin, right, and it's basically to say it's for foreign students, it's no boat supplies and stuff.
It's kind of for that, yeah. It's kind of for these students as well, but obviously you're expecting folk in this country to have stuff in place needed.
Yeah, right, so say you've got that money that's just came in.
Yeah.
Right? Would you say it's a better idea to keep it so it's not as hard to pay off the loan as such, or would you use it as drink money and just go fucking crazy?
I'll get on to later how much I struggled, especially at the end of last year. I really struggled a lot. And yeah, it would have been easier if I saved that money, and I should have kept more of that money back. And I'd absolutely advise it. However,
mistakes are made in the process.
I don't mean to seem arrogant, but I'm quite a generous person. I'd like to think I've got no problem with buying my mates drinks. My mates buy me drinks. It's sort of just, hey ho, everyone have a good night, fuck, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't afford drinks or whatever. Now, if you're my mate and I have money, fuck, I'm going to pay for their drink. You know, I'm not going to be a stingy bastard and go, oh, well, he's going to have to sit in the corner with no drink for it. That's a shite way of it. But no, what I did this year especially is that I put slightly over half the money away from the bulk sum so I can keep it. I would advise people to do the same because well, the money that I'm paying for my current flat's a lot cheaper than student at the moment, but if I did that as well, I probably could have got about a month's rent out of it if I did that as well last year, but I wasn't focused on that because I suppose as well I was partially grieving. I just met these new folk, I was having great times. And do you know what, for like all of summer I was worried about like what was going to happen next and all that. I just thought, fuck it, I'm done worrying, I'm just going to have a good time. And I had too good a time, but honestly, I don't regret it. I say if I had the option again, I'd do it again. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone else, but I would personally do it again.
Aye, so, I mean, I get where you're coming from, but in a sense, if people were to get sassed now, you would recommend away from...
No, I wouldn't recommend away from the going down that, because you can still go out, you could probably still go out like 3 nights a week if you put half of it away, but my honest advice, I don't know if this is the same for every uni, but for ours, if you get the same as us, I'd heavily advise putting half of it away so you can spend it on rent, and then providing you have a job, then you've got no problem with using the other half to go in the piss.
Yeah, right. Makes sense. Is it a struggle? Is sort of what I'm trying to get is. I know you're talking about the end of last year, but in general, is the money that you get, is it a struggle to pay bills or put food on the table? That sort of thing.
I mean, we've gone into detail before about the money I would make from Dobies, but the amount I made from SAS basically meant, well, it wasn't enough to pay for my student halls, right? I still had to take a further 60 quid out of my money from Dobies each month to go towards that, which is 2 shifts, and I only did 4 shifts a week, so not 4 shifts, sorry, 8 shifts a week, so you know, you can see I've lost a quarter of my wage already to go in that, plus I had my car to fund, I had, you know, other expenses, you know, I just, you know, I'd want to live as well.
Yeah, aye.
But no, it was very difficult. There was some nights, especially around Christmas last year, where I was like, I had £5 to go for me for the week.
Aye. See, that's the thing.
I never missed a bill though, and that's the very important thing. Never miss a bill.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to. So I was never one for going to uni. I was never one for going to college. I think I was scared out of it. On this basis that you would never have enough money to actually have fun for yourself.
That's horseshit, you make fun.
That sort of thing, that's what scared me out of it. I enjoy, you know, being able to buy something or buy a takeaway at the weekend if I wanted to, or like pay for my online PlayStation, shall we say, my Spotify, these sort of things. Whereas if I went down the uni route, like I would never ever have had these sort of...
True, you wouldn't have, but I mean, you also need to bear in mind as well, you work how many hours a week?
Yeah, I mean, now I'm glad the route I did take, I'm more glad about it. But like, we've got uni students working in the store with us, and you know, they're constantly moaning about like how they can barely afford their lunch at work and stuff. And
it's true, I'm the same.
I get that. I mean, I can get it, it's difficult, but I feel fortunate I was scared out of it.
I see why. I mean, I don't blame anyone if they sort of, to put a bad quote to a bitch out, but there's nothing to be ashamed of it. But if you are, there's nothing. It's a frightening situation. I had to get used to buying things myself when I was at home, but thankfully my mum would always give me money if there's anything like I'd have to buy or anything that I needed. Plus I wasn't paying rent to her, so that was a new concept.
So I mean, I knew I was putting this point, this topic. I knew I was going to be talking about this today with you. Yeah. So I asked Mum yesterday, My mum works at the university and she works in the finances for the clubs and stuff. So I says to her, look, genuinely, I'm on a podcast with Liam tomorrow. What do you make of the uni loans, SAS, student funding and stuff? And my mum gave me a very unusual answer. Now, normally my mum would say, it's alright, or it's shit, or like it's really good.
Yeah.
She kind of went into depth about it, and it was like, it made sense how the reason they give you that amount of money, it makes sense when you break it all down. She broke it all down for me, and it's like, the money that students actually get isn't bad. She thinks it's good, however, they could be doing well a little more, is what she says. But
there's no more to give.
Exactly. The way she broke it down, working in finances, the way she broke it down, everything you need to pay for. We spent like a good maybe hour talking about it, because I knew it was coming on here the other day. And effectively she broke it down into 7 different columns, showed everything you had to pay out and what was paid in, and if you had a job, take that into the equation. Now, the most you can really do as a student is 16 hours, maybe a bit more.
16, I think 16 is what I average, yeah.
Yeah, it's between 16 and 24 hours, I think, is what a student
24 is pushing it. 24 you'd really be struggling to get your work done, have fun and job.
I suppose. A lot of people don't, this might come across weird, right? A lot of people I know who go to uni don't actually, they're not in it for the fun part of it, genuinely. I've worked in HE 2 years, and we get different students every year.
Yeah.
Because, some go, some come, and whatnot. And we've had people leaving all the time because it's stressful, whatever work and that. We've had 2 or 3 students in 24 hours. And I've asked the question, like, do you actually get enjoyment of going to uni? And they're like, we're never out and drinking and stuff. Like, we get our work done, maybe go out one night at the weekend and stuff, and it's like, is it really worth it then? Because uni is meant to be like the best part of your...
Yeah, I know what you're saying, don't get me wrong, because I was in first year, it might have been easier for me. The thing as well that I found that was, I should say about, so, in high school, obviously, you spend 6 months of each block studying for then first your prelims and then your exams. We didn't get that in college, so we had, I'm guessing, somewhere between 15 and 20 classes, right, over 2 blocks, right, over the year, right. So in this, right, each class has 3 modules, and each module might be like 1,000 word report or a class presentation, something like that. Right. And those were our exams. But when you pass those, then you move on to second year sort of thing. Right. So we didn't have any of like the long studying bullshit, whatever. So even if there was a test for first year, the most you'd ever have to study for like in advance would be a week. Like for first year, for me, for my class, the most you'd ever have to study for beforehand is a week, because everything was and I'm not trying to sound like it is easy. I mean, I found it easier because it's a way of studying that I found personally easier. Right. It was easier for me. In general, the information you had to intake wasn't that much, okay, so you could still enjoy yourself. I didn't have to worry about studying pulses or work or anything, providing I did some after college each day, and then maybe if I wasn't out too late on a night out, then studying some when I came back, then okay, yeah, it's all fine, sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And that's how I managed to get through like first year sort of thing.
What year are you in now? You're in your...
I'm second year now.
Is this the start of your third?
No, this is like the start of my second year.
Start of your second year.
Yeah, so final year at college.
How are you finding it now? Do you still enjoy it?
Yeah, I still enjoy it. I mean, I've calmed down my drinking quite a bit from last year, mainly because all my mates are skint as well. I'm quite fortunate. This is the first time like a year that I've had a bulk sum of money to actually have, so being a wee bit more careful with it this time.
Wise, I would say.
But no, I want to touch on a wee bit more halls, because obviously a lot of folk are going there now. It's a difficult one, right? If you're really seeking your independence and you think you can afford it, yeah, I'd say go to halls. Okay. I pushed it a wee bit coming to the end if I could or couldn't afford it, right? However, providing that, now, I'm not trying to say every hall's perfect or you'll get along with everyone, but my halls, and like, I love the time there, even though like I used to get rinsed quite a lot from it because I wasn't staying, especially at the start, I didn't stay in my halls that much, and also like whether I'd be around at a mate's house or lassie's house or like just back at home or whatever, I wasn't actually in my flats that much. But like the actual time that, well, actually I'll change, well, part of the time was good there. I think like if you can interact, because my flat was a wee bit antisocial at the start, like not because like the guys hated each other or anything, they just had their own things they were doing sort of thing, they're different people. Other flats integrate like that and they just become like one big community. Ours wasn't like that, I sort of had to force it first, but until the last like 2 weeks it was fine from beginning to end. We always got complimented because we were like the one flat without drama the entire time. But no, if you could do like community thing, I'd highly advise that. Me and my mates bought a pool table for our flat that it's like 130 quid from Argos or something. I know it's a bit expensive, but you know, if you split that 4 ways for us at the time, then you know.
It was a dodgy pool table. Yeah.
It was a dodgy pool table, but hey, you could have fun on it.
What I will say is we played many games on that.
Many games, you are right.
And I am, again, not what I sound arrogant here, right? But I'm relatively good at pool. For somebody with a bent eye, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm relatively good at pool.
Yeah.
I go to the Anchor back and forward. It's a pub near my house, and I play. You know, Saturdays it's pool night, shit like that. And you know, I'm
had a few Snapchats from Jamie on that one.
About a few, really. I'm alright.
Not drunk at all.
No, not at all. I'm alright. I would say I'm very average. However, I could beat a few of the older boys that's there. Not once on that table did I feel like I could ever win. The table looked perfect.
Yeah, no, it was weird. It was the most like imbalanced table in the world.
Now, I've learned to cope with my bent eye deceiving me half the time. But what I will say is, this pool table looked absolutely perfect.
It had its own gravity.
It looked flush the first time I saw it. The next time that I went to Liam's, I had bits of cardboard underneath it. It had, I believe one of the times I came in, genuinely, there was a pen in the back left corner, holding it up. So I mean, at this point I was like, right, great, I'm going to hit and hope here. So I would hit the white ball, and then it would probably take honestly,
a snake's trail.
It was a snake's trail. I felt like I was playing golf with the wind actually taking the white ball. It was incredible. That pool table was something else. I'll say that much. It was a real.
It was good fun though. Like it managed to bring a community feel to our flat, which before we never had before we got that.
Yeah.
And you know, don't get me wrong, it annoyed me to fuck, but I had it. Now I'm gonna get on to some things I didn't like about my halls. Now it's subjective to everyone because obviously everyone will have their own things they don't like and things they got used to at home, which they won't realise whilst experiencing as students. Now, the main thing I hated about my halls was. Not to throw him under the bus, but Ewan's girlfriend. Right, Ewan was a clean person right when he was round. However, when his girlfriend Phoebe was round, which was quite a lot, the kitchen was a fucking state. They wouldn't like clean it to like. They wouldn't clean it to the next. No, it's not because of that, but I mean, like we just don't speak.
Is he still here though? He still goes to uni.
Yeah.
What about Aldo? Is he still?
Aldo now lives in Cumbernauld.
Cumbernauld, right. Got back to what you were saying though. So should we come round?
And they fucking like so. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a clean person, right? However, see if I've like got folk coming round, or see if I know someone else needs to use something, or if I just think it's too messy, I will clean up. Especially if it's other people's stuff. However, they just never fucking clean the kitchen. It was just so fucking horrendous. Like I didn't want to go in there and cook food because like it's disgusting. There's got like food lying everywhere and it's just horrible. So I'd end up just ordering a takeaway, and that's how you get fat.
So sharing, the one thing you would say is
and I try like don't get me wrong, I try my best to try and make them clean up. And to be fair to them, most times when I say to them, "Can you clean up?" they did it. But I don't want to have to get to that point of asking. They should be able to do it themselves.
Aye, it's that independence thing, isn't it? They're probably so used to their parents doing it.
Aye, or having a dishwasher or something like that.
Like something ridiculous. So it's becoming independent, like you said earlier. It's what makes you want to drive to be independent. But if that would annoy me if I was. No, I never do the dishes. I'll know why. My dad does the dishes.
I
know, you'd be lucky if I bring my plate down the stairs. To be honest, no, I'm joking. In general, my dad does the dishes, so I've done the dishes before.
Well done, congrats. That shows you probably aren't ready to move out yet, mate.
Anytime soon. But in general, you know, I've done the dishes before. I know how it's done. I just never do it, right?
No, it's done just like looking at a site like, shit, what am I going to do here?
I've never done it, but if I was to become independent, there's so much stuff involved that I wouldn't know how to do or I've never done because my parents are there.
Yeah.
That's probably maybe what you had previously.
I know, I'm not getting too, well, no, I have every right to get mad at him because he should have done it. It's just that I get that people grow up in different environments and because it's not the same, but it just really pisses me off sometimes, like coming back, like especially like the days I was at work and that doing like 8 hours and then coming back and all I want to do is just eat and go to my bed and relax and then just seeing the kitchens in a fucking state. I'm like,
you said it earlier, your mum was out doing night shifts most of the time with her job. So you were doing your dishes yourself before?
Yeah, I was like my mum's like, don't get it wrong, my mum was never like strict, she never like, well no, she did occasionally demand that I cleaned up and whatever, but like she never like brought down like the iron fist, she never like said, you know, you must like tidy up. But to be fair, I thought my mum was probably listening like now going bullshit, but there was occasionally times where like even with mum wasn't asking, I'd clean up the place just to, you know, be helpful and whatever, but
bullshit.
I wouldn't try and say I'm the angel child here, but you know, occasionally, but you know, it's just the way folk are brought up, I suppose.
If I get asked to do something, I'll do it. Like if my mum and my dad says to me, look, take the bins out, cool, no worries, what bins is it? Do you know what I mean? I never do stuff myself.
You need to be told.
I need to be no told as much. I need to be asked, like, can you do this for me? Of course I can. I'm that sort of person. Whereas, you know, my gran the other night phoned me. She was like, will you give me a lift here? Cool, no worries. But she'd already asked my dad if he could, and I knew about it. And instead of me offering myself, I had to be asked. And it's like, I don't know what it is. I just never think like that. I never offer.
That's probably just the way that you're brought up, isn't it?
I suppose. But if I'm asked to do something, I'll do it. Like, but independence is something that's
far off from me.
Far off from me. Like.
I think we can agree that the more independent one out of us two.
I will rinse it as much as I can staying at my mum's house.
Other things I didn't enjoy, kitchen not being tidy. Well, we had the boy Jamie staying next to me, like I told Jen. But he was the black sheep of the flat, shall we say.
Okay, in what sense?
He only ever stayed in his room. He never went to college and did his work. He stayed in his room. He woke up at like 11, I'm not shitting you here, 11 till 4 in the morning, played League of Legends and like properly got angry and started like banging his fists into like tables. He like, honest to God, right, see the first night I stayed there, this is how sort of me and Duncan first bonded, because I was at the very far end, Jamie was in the middle and Duncan was at the far end, and I'd just be like I kept hearing stuff in the middle of the night, just like rustling and like punching. I'm just like messing Duncan, like is there a ghost or something in this fucking room, what's happening here, like. And yeah, that's something I had to deal with. Thankfully he left about Christmas time, but every night at least once my radiator would shake because they punched the wall. So you just sort of got used to it overnight.
That's phenomenal. I mean,
and just ignored us as much as possible. That's something as well I'd say. Don't be a dick when you're living. It's fine if you don't want to get along with your flatmates or you don't want to like commute with them or talk to them. That's fine. But you should probably say at the start, look, I'm not a big outgoer.
Yeah. I
like to stay in my room. I like to play, and just make sure you're respectable. Clean up your area. Which to be fair, he did. There was never any mess outside of the like his own room.
Yeah.
So long you do those sorts of things, they'll be fine. There'll be no issue with like the other flatmates. They might think you're weird, but there won't be any other issues.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not to that extent similar, but I'm not a massive outgoing person. Like I don't.
No.
You know, I if you ask me, will you come to this house party that I've never met anybody there, 9 times out of 10 I'll go, no, not really up for that. If you ask me to go to the pub or whatever with you, have a few drinks, play pool with some of your college mates, probably, why not? To interact with people, like.
Yeah.
But like, I've got to be set for the scene. I've got to know some people there at least, and in general, I would never sit in my room though if I was like I'd never sit, especially banging the wall and stuff like that. If I was sitting in a room and I know I've got 4 other students in the house with me or flat, whatever, I'd probably take it upon myself not to get angry at anything on the basis that I wouldn't get, you know,
much respect back in general.
well, that's it. I want to respect their not only privacy but their sleeping patterns. Just because mine's as fuck, theirs don't need to be. Yeah, that's mad.
Yeah, those are the only 2 things that sort of annoy me. But I mean, I suppose I should think about other stuff. So another thing I'd advise is maybe becoming really good mates with like in our flat. So actually the best time I spent in that flat was not in my own flat, but so I stayed in flat 1F. If you're living in flat 1F, Main Street, big up you. I used to, I had mate, every single person I knew and was very good friends with was in 1A. Most of them were in my college class, but a few I knew outside.
Okay.
And I spent, especially near the end of college, I spent every day in 1A just having bands. Like, theirs was more a party flat compared to mine. Like, don't get me wrong, their place was a fucking tip all the time, but theirs was the place where you go down, have a few drinks, either get ready for going out or just, you know, chat and chill or study or whatever it might be.
Yeah. And
I really enjoyed that. See if you can get a flat where or know another flat where like you're good mates with everyone else. That's really good because you can just head over basically at any point and just you know enjoy your time.
A meeting point as such, like
I sort of, I suppose.
Yeah.
Trying to think about anything else I should talk about. Is there any other questions you had for me?
I don't know. I think I've covered most things in terms of you. I wanted to know like the actual, not only the depths yet, but I wanted to know about the good times and the bad times. You've covered that as well. In general,
most of it.
In general, is the workload heavy or is it?
I'd say last year it was pretty similar to 6-year high school, and I'm done enough else saying you to know what this is going to be.
I mean, it depends not only on your course and what you.
There'll be, especially if you're doing things like doctors and that. I imagine that's pretty horrendous for like workload.
properly heavy with paperwork.
But no, mine was I'd say about the same level of 6-year high school. I'd say that's about fair.
I never experienced 6-year high school, but
well, I think there's 2 steps up from 4th year.
I never done work, so
think of it as 7 steps up from 1st year.
I mean, that makes sense. Fair enough. Now that I wanted to know the insides of it, like if it was heavy duty and
it really depends on your course, but I think college are I don't know. Some bits are easier of college compared to uni. There's quite a lot of bits are easier, and with my way of studying, I think college a lot easier probably.
Okay.
There's also good things as well just to be done on the side. So like with our one, you got field work, so you know just get to travel around. You know, thankfully, not thankfully actually. I don't know why I said that, but I was the so like the complex that we stayed in. 120 like people that lived there I think were college students, and the other 300 or so were uni students.
Okay.
And there's about 15 cars in the car park.
Right.
Mine was the only one that was a college car. It was the only one from college that drove. So you know, so a way to get to meet people is just like driving around giving folk lifts and that. And don't they be, I'm going to say this now, don't be a stingy bastard. See if like you're driving to college and your college isn't that far away, don't charge lifts. Like, it's actually a good way of meeting folk and like just chilling out. You're driving in the car, they'll be most people will be very grateful for a lift. I know my mates are still very grateful for like lifts to and fro back, and plus I enjoy driving so it's no skin off my teeth. But yeah, as well for like trips as well, it's brilliant because you don't need to go on the bus and pay bus fare.
Very true. I've got one sort of closing question.
Okay.
Has it changed your life? And
yes, it has. So I'd say more as well on a social aspect than it has on the on a, what would you say, like personal or working aspect. So I mean, beforehand, like 6-year college, I'd say maybe 15 maybe really close friends, all of whom I'd see at school. I'd either then play games with them or go out with them after school.
Right.
It's changed now that college has happened. I'm either well, my life's sort of split up. I'm seeing you once a week, so I'm always seeing you once a week. I try and then see my gran and my mum at least once a week.
Yeah.
Which I have to try and fit in. I've got my college work to do. Then I'm actually working the weekend, so usually the weekend I do nothing but work and relax afterwards because I'm knackered unless dusk happens. And the rest of the time, then I've got college, and if it's like, I don't know, sometimes I'm quite a spontaneous person now. I think I've realised I've become more spontaneous. I don't know, I'm just kind of more up for an adventure every now and again. Like, I'm up for like just like randomly driving to the beach and going out. I'm just like randomly like saying to my mates, oh, here, do you want to go to the pub? And they'll be like, Liam, it's 11 o'clock. And I'm like, but we finished college and we have no work to do. You know, I'm just up for doing spontaneous shit, and although it doesn't make me any like Louis does travelling or something, you know, the YouTuber dreadlocks, or your Casey Neistats or anything, you know, it's just...
I know what you're talking about, Louis, I can't remember his channel name, but...
Yeah, I don't like being confined to things, and I think it's great because I'm going to be mates with my schoolmates for life. It's the simple as truth, because, you know, I've grown up with them most of my life, you know, I'm going to be seeing them probably until I die in some form or another, but...
Yeah. Lewis on tour, is it Lewis on tour?
Yeah, that's it. But I think what's different about it is like, so say during like school or something, obviously when you see your mates and that, you're seeing your mates, and then you go home and then they say like, do you want to go out, or you might suggest they want to go out, and they might not want to. It's not like they've got anything against you or something they want to avoid you, it's just that they can't be bothered because they've seen you for like 3 weeks every day in a row sort of thing. And they just want a break. But with this then, I know from now on, anytime I see my schoolmates, it's because like we want to see each other. It's not because like we're at school and we have to. It's if we want to see each other now, it's because we want to and we have free time.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, it's really changed my social life. I mean, obviously I said about how much I drink. I calmed down quite a lot actually during the summer, but yeah, no, it's good. I love it. And the workload, I didn't even talk that much about the studying aspect, but yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, everyone has those days where they're like, can't be fucked studying, you know, like, it's a pain in the arse. Like, some of it, especially, like, for me, the worst thing is, like, fact checking on the internet, like, trying to find, like, facts for a specific thing.
Yeah.
It does my tits in, but, like, the rest of the stuff, like, say, especially during in class, because as well, the teachers teaching more, like, adults, that's really good. I think that's something you'd actually enjoy more, because they really sit down and chat to you like you're an adult and you're one of, not their friends, but you know, an acquaintance of them sort of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall really good. I'd heavily recommend anyone to go to uni and college. You will have a lot of stressful times. There'll probably be a lot of times where you're grating your eyes out because shit's going wrong and it's all collapsing around you, and I'm sure as shit I will have those days again this year. But with the friends I've got to meet, with the lifestyles that I'm doing now that I'm really enjoying, with, you know, I've got my own flat now with one of my mates. I mean, I moved in with someone that I didn't even know 10 months ago, you know. I could have moved in with, well, to be fair, I wasn't a lot of schoolmates I could have moved in with, but I could have moved in with my schoolmates, but I ended up choosing, you know, someone I didn't even know 10 months ago, you know.
I suppose it's a learning experience if you are sitting there and the tears start to flow because you're stressed out. And
oh yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to lie and say it'll be good, it'll be fine. No, you will have some fucking horrific days. I had some of the worst days of my life last year. Not maybe necessarily due to college, maybe a couple were down to college and not being able to get work done, but most of the stuff you'll go through in life's personal, and if you can get through it, you can get through the coursework. That's what I'm saying. I'd heavily recommend it. If you think you can handle it, and trust me, I didn't think I would have been able to 2 years ago. If you think you can handle it, take it and just go for it.
Fair enough. It's enhanced my view of university.
Good, glad to hear. You never know, you might even go back one day to college.
I very much doubt it. I still hate education.
I'm telling you, it's so much different though to high school. So,
judging by what you said, I imagine it is, yeah. I feel
it would be literally unrecognisable for you if you went back now.
Yeah.
Unrecognisable. The teaching methods are so different. It's just like everything. It's like it's like a completely different person but dressed in the same clothes as someone else. Like, there's a hint of similarities, but apart from that, nothing else.
Yeah, fair enough. I get it. If I ever do have a change of life experience or a change of career, college, I can maybe look in it.
I'd recommend it. Don't get me wrong as well, it's a lot of down to who you meet, if you get lucky by going on a good course, if you enjoy it, if you have a good personal life out of it, but yeah, do it. That's my recommendation.
Fair enough.
Talked for that for a wee while, didn't we?
We did.
I suppose I had to cover 2 years of my life there, I suppose.
Very true. I did say before off camera before podcast, Liam actually asked me to think of topics.
I'll be honest, well, we can say it's usually me that thinks of the topics, however, I'm dying today, as you might be able to tell.
Yeah, so Liam asked for a topic that, just to spitball ideas, a topic that I could come away with. However, I didn't want to choose any basic shit topics. I actually wanted something that I was interested in. And university, it's not something I'm interested in going to as such. However, it's something I'm interested in the basis. I want to know how life is when you're at uni. And Liam's covered every question I had.
One more thing just before I move on, I want to say, and a lot of people might not appreciate it because of the whole PC rating that goes around these days.
Yeah.
But the whole like student prom things and that come up on Facebook and the whole stereotypes about students. 99% of them are true, and if you don't believe them, then you're a liar, or you just clearly aren't looking at the right people. Because 99% of those like student problems are things you see students complain about. It will happen to you if you do it. I didn't think I'd be one of those either, but hey, I've pretty much experienced all of them.
I've got a few friends on Facebook that go to uni, so...
Is there any like wee questions you want to ask, anything about like wee things I might have done that I might not have covered, or is there...
Not really. I think you've covered everything that I wanted to know, and aye. Well, I mean, one more thing.
Okay. Right.
Is it as crazy as what people say in terms of... Sorry for the younger viewers here. Is it crazy for going out and getting it on, shall we say? Shagging. Pretty much, I would be it the same sex or the opposite sex. They want to stereotype or stuff like that. Is it right? What I will say is, say freshers, what's the likelihood of you pulling? Like, that's what I'm going to ask. Not you personally, in general, for people.
It does depend what you look like, but I'd say your chances are higher than a regular night out.
For real?
Honestly,
Is it as mad as that?
Well, I don't think it's like maybe as like over the top as you might be thinking, but yes, it is more over the top than a regular night out because it's freshers, you're right there to enjoy yourself, and it's probably right before the start of like all the hard work, so most people do take it a wee bit far. So
I heard the saying, the walk of shame, the freshers week is there's a lot of walk of shames going on in that time.
Yeah, no, it's
fair enough. That was my last question.
To be fair, you don't need to wait for freshers on that. You need just to wait for Sunday morning to see that.
That was one thing I wanted to query, because a lot of people do say it's just a easy target.
Easy target. Right, are you wanting to do then? What do you think of then?
Yeah, well, if you've watched the past couple of podcasts, we done it with Joe in the last podcast.
Yeah, we did it with Ewan.
We done it with Ewan.
We did it with Connor as well, yeah.
Yeah, so we've done it with all our guests, and we've done it. Liam's done this to me. Basically, it's where I spit certain words or subjects at him, and he gives me like the quickest thought on it. He can go into depth as much as he wants with it. But yeah, I'll get right to it because half of the viewers come back, so they'll probably know what I was talking about. Right, so we have the subjects here, right? You ready?
Yep.
Right. The first one's Scotland.
The best place in the world.
Best place in the world. University.
A great laugh.
Football.
Best sport.
Should have been life there, mate. Drinking.
A great time.
Drugs.
Don't see the point.
Dobies.
Fucking shite hole.
Teen pregnancy.
You're throwing me under the car a wee bit here, mate.
I went there, mate. Teen pregnancy. What's your thoughts?
That's what my mates I'm watching. Nah, be more sensible.
Be more sensible.
Unless you want it.
I like that. Safe answer. Friends.
Oh, family.
Fair enough. My next one, family. Friends.
I can live without them.
I can live without them, of course. That's the ones I came away with.
Okay, fair enough.
In general, we always
Is
start with Scotland.
Scotland's always so sorry. I don't know what it is actually. I didn't actually think of this, but I was actually getting a wee bit nervous before the start of that. I don't know if it's just because it's like quick fire or something, but I just got a wee bit worried for that. I don't know why, but I just was like, shit, what if I answer this wrong? I was like, I'm going to answer this wrong. This is my opinions.
I wanted to throw one weird one in there, one sort of deep one, to see how you would react, and it was a teen pregnancy.
Alright, I think I'm very sure though. Well, let's hope some of my mates aren't listening.
Very true. We got sort of basic ones that related to us, but teen pregnancy was just one I wanted to see. I wanted to like proper throw it in and see how you handled it.
Fair enough.
See how you got off it.
Right, so back to Liam and Jabba do the news. I really think that we need to get a jingle for each one of our.
We're doing a wee theme tune.
If you out there can make a jingle for quick fire, Liam and Jabba do the news, and what do you think of? I will give you praise. Nothing more, nothing less.
Hit us up on Twitter if you can actually make
jingles. Or just send us like based off or something.
Leave a comment if you can do it.
Right, okay. Okay, so first one is Christian Dior and Gucci owners drop super skinny models. Now obviously the typical sort of people that would be expected to be in models nowadays are like stick thin, don't really represent a lot of today's men and women, because I suppose both are models now. And it can, I suppose it can bring a lot of like self-confidence issues to folk, and they're saying now, hold on, the fashion industry brands behind closed doors said they'll stop using underweight models for catwalk shows. They're saying it's making clear that it's encouraging eating disorders, and there will be no one lower than a size. There will no longer be any size 0 models, which I suppose is a wee bit worrying, because we're not we're not then liking that. I suppose it's not like that.
So I mean,
I still think that overall it's a very good thing, because especially like women, there's a lot of like body image problems. I'm sure that we can relate to. But I mean, hey, this sort of thing's been around for a long time, and I suppose it's difficult that you're always can be nervous about how you look, because there's such high expectations these days.
I mean, what I will say is, first off, I just want to say I have no interest whatsoever with fashion or models as such, right?
I should back this up as well, bearing in mind, and I have no reason to talk either, but I'd say every time apart from one podcast, Jamie's worn his work uniform.
Exactly. I have absolutely zero
Although it's not on
interest.
camera, he certainly doesn't give a shit.
I have zero interest in wearing, like, for example, Gucci. I have zero interest in wearing,
I mean, you've got the fancy watch and chains and that.
I mean, I will say I am, but it's stuff you get as gifts. You know what I mean? Watch was a gift for Christmas of my mum, dad, and my gran. Bracelet was a gift, and my chain I've worn since primary school again was a gift. So yes, what I will say is fashion. Like, see, in particular when we were at school, it was so big. Like, people would have to have Stone Island, they would have to have Loyal Scott. I know, no, but hear me out.
I don't actually think it was that big in our school. Like, I don't know if you're talking about primary or high school.
No, high school. Like, I'm talking.
I don't really think it was.
I don't want name drop, but there's a few. Like, I had to wear Ralph Lauren, or it had to be Leyland Scott polos, or it had to be Stone Island.
Dylan Williams.
Aye, Dylan Williams. There was
£7,000.
Aye, £7,000. That was excellent. There is a few occasions, like in high school where I went through, and like, I would kick up in my Puma joggies for gym, whatever like that. Like, back then, that's not acceptable according to them. Whereas now I'd be like, right, what's your point? Do you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I like to wear good stuff, but I wouldn't necessarily say like, because I mean, I've seen some of the shit that goes down the catwalk. I wouldn't wear half the shit that goes on. I like to wear nice, especially now that I'm older. I like to wear nice clothes if I can afford it.
Agreed. Like, I am happy to turn up wearing Adidas. You know, I'd happily go spend 50 quid on a pair of Adidas joggies because they will last you 3-4 years.
And comfy.
And they're comfy. You know, I'm happy to pay 80 quid on a pair of Adidas trainers because again they last you 3-4 years.
No.
Good quality and they look good.
Yeah.
Same with Nike, you know what I mean? But in general, I would never go out and buy a Stone Island jacket or a polo. Never. Like, not once in my life would I pay that sort of money for something that looks so fucking stupid.
Do you not fancy wearing a casual?
No, I don't. Lyle and Scott, I would wear some of their stuff only based on like the way they make a good golfing material sort of stuff. You know, a lot of golf.
So you wear on the course, you'd say?
Aye, you know, if I was ever going out on the course, I would wear like maybe a Lyle and Scott polo shirt.
Yeah.
But I would never wear it to a night out. There is instances where I've had, I wear a lot of Fred Perry polo shirts, right?
Fred Perry's quite a good mix. So
yeah,
it's quite expensive, mate.
I wear, I'll happily pay 35-50 quid on a polo shirt for them. I've got a few of them, but this whole Stone Island, Ralph Lauren and all this, it's just like such a casual and it's just no.
No, you're seeing
Gucci trainers at £700. Like, what are you playing at? Like, just stop.
Just,
I've got nothing against
I've
it.
never spent more than 50 quid on a pair of trainers before.
I think the most I've spent is 120.
That'll probably change though during freshers where I finally think I'm going to upgrade, maybe get a 70 quid pair of trainers.
Now he's talking.
Listen, for novice, that's basically gold.
Going back to the whole model thing though, by the way.
Yeah, the important thing.
The minimum size now that they're taking is 32.
Yeah. No, not minimum. I didn't see what the minimum was, but no longer taking size 0 models.
Yeah, so the maximum thing they say
Aye,
is
maximum's 32,
which is acceptable. Appreciate it. I think it opens up it's a business plan for them though. I feel.
Why?
Because the size 0 models, people like who are a bit heavier, shall we say, will go on to see these models and they'll be like, oh shit, they'll have nothing I can wear. There'll be nothing there that fits me because they see all these models. But if you see a range with loads of models with so different body shapes, body sizes, some heavier, some skinnier, they'll be like, oh shit, I can actually buy for here.
Yeah, it may be done out of badness, but at the same time it's still done for a good cause, even if they're not intending for it. Yeah, because
like, for a good cause in the sense.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The models some of the models, just because they're size 0 doesn't mean they'll be fucking sticks. But I mean, like it happens in all societies of life, and I suppose the important thing. And don't get me wrong, I'm not either. I can't fucking talk for myself, but like try not to be nervous about all this.
I think it's a good cause why they've done it. I don't think they have intended for it to be a good cause, but I do think it is a good cause. It brings up people's self-esteem because they are a big make. Like
Gucci and J'adore or is it J'adore? Sorry, I forgot what the other one.
No, well maybe it'll be.
Christian Dior.
So they're big makes. They can influence people, especially Gucci. Gucci's a make that everybody knows. So if people can see that they are widening their range of models, and it opens up new business for them, and people see Gucci models at size 32, they'll be like, oh shit, I can wear stuff for there. And be happy to spend like £600 on a dress for a night out. That sort of thing. So it is a good cause in the sense that selfish.
Yeah, you just don't think it was done for those reasons.
I don't think it was done for the right reasons by the
probably fair. I'd like to think otherwise, but
it's
I mean, now that we're older, we sort of know how
the
world works.
It's a business game. It is a business game. I wouldn't like to think that, but it's
difficult not to.
It comes into mind every time that you. It's the same with everybody though, isn't it? It's all business, like at the end of the day. But no, it is a good thing. It is a good thing moving the models for just being 0s up to 32 if need be. A lot of Gucci stuff is nice, don't get me wrong, but
that's why it's so expensive.
Indeed,
it's probably cost a bit of tenner to make as well.
But that's very true. I know there's I saw this thing on the news of Versace. Going off topic, Versace, one of their jumpers that's black with the Versace logos down the side. That cost 27 pence to manufacture, right?
How much is it worth?
and it's a £780 jumper. I was like, excuse me.
Here, I wish I knew where these sweatshops are. I could get
Exactly.
hundreds of this shit.
Like, just ridiculous how people can get away with that. Fair play to them. Fair play to them.
20s.
But
No,
it's the
I
same
should
way-
be saying fair play to them. There's some poor fucking
No, it's
Chinese
very
kid probably slaving away making this.
It's the same way at Apple though. Like,
Yeah, no, I don't get. It's the same with every like clothing or
Yeah.
like designer company.
Like-
This Brazil football top I'm probably wearing costs about probably 10p to make it, but I paid 40 to purchase it.
yeah, that's it. That's it. And Apple products are probably like £300 if that. I'm taking shipping into the equation, putting IMEIs in the system. There's loads of stuff
Yeah.
and just making a product. You know, say we'll call it £200 to make and get the device ready to sell, and they charge £700 for it. It's a £500 profit every time, and it's the
Not
same way.
bad.
It's the same way everywhere. It's really the same as everywhere.
Right, so the second story, I think you're going to leave me off because I'll be honest, I don't know much about the hurricane. However, you have a wee side story into the hurricane.
I do.
So you want to explain
No,
what
I
the
don't-
hurricane, like, well, I
it's-
don't know what a hurricane is, but like,
I
what
be-
happened.
I believe it's Hurricane Harvey. It's been named. I could be wrong with that. That's a bad start. However, I do.
This
know-
is the expert out of
Yeah.
us two.
No, I'll be honest. I know very little on the disaster.
Oh.
However, the reason I know so much about the disaster in the sense is we've used his name in the previous titles.
Yeah,
is
not
Jake,
for views.
not at all. Jake Paul. Now, Jake Paul has been in the media many a times in the past couple of months for just stupid stunts. Just try to get views, try to enhance his channel to make more money. Is what's led to be believed. However, I wouldn't class myself. Nah, I'm a Jake Pauler. I enjoy watching his videos.
I fucking threw off, honestly.
I enjoy watching his videos. However, some of his videos they drag out and he makes so much shit up to get so much views but his charity work is what was mentioned quite a few times, or very little, shall we say, right?
Okay.
So the CNN News is a big news company in America.
Yeah.
They were hating on him for these sort of publicity stunts that he was pulling, right, and try to enhance views to get more money, effectively, right?
Mm-hmm.
What they left out is like what he actually does on the side. So you know the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah.
So he's done 4 of them,
Right.
right? You're only technically you're obliged to do 1. Well, you know what I mean. Like you sign up, you're only meant to do 1.
Yeah, but he did more.
He's done 4.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, like John Cena is the wrestler, if you don't know him.
Yeah.
He's done about 50, like he's done 1 every year. Jake Paul has done 4 so far. You know, he gives money to charity every time. He goes to school, loads of schools across America to stop bullying and hand out t-shirts for kids who can't afford it, backpacks, stuff like that. Now, I'm not trying to big up Jake Paul here, right? Because some of his stunts,
though, and
no,
you know
I'm
you
not. Some of his stunts are ridiculous. Don't get me wrong. However, what he's done in his past couple of videos is he mentioned that he was going out to Hurricane Harvey.
Whereabouts does it take place, sorry?
Oh, you've put me in the spot there.
A coast.
It's actually in quite a big city in America.
No, but like it'll be on a coast.
Yeah, of course. I can't mind.
Right, so for discrepancy, we will say it's on the east, west, north, south coast.
Just pretty much to cover all regions of America.
Yeah, right. So anyway, what about it?
He is currently
Right.
went out there with food, clothes, boats,
Right.
water for drinking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because families have lost their houses, as you can imagine, and primarily he's got 2 big trucks. It's him and a few mates. Got 2 big trucks. They've went out. They've packed these trucks full of obviously food supplies, just supplies that are needed. They've hired 6 or 7 speedboats. They've hired jet skis, and he spent a fair amount of money to go rescue and help these people.
Right.
Now it's moving into a different part of the west, south, east and north city, shall we say. It's moved into a different city. and he's planning on going there and helping evacuate the city before it really strikes bad.
Okay.
It's in Texas, I believe, actually.
Right, okay, so now, fair play to the boy. I can't take that away from him. That's a very noble act. That's a very courageable one. With the amount of money and the amount of followers he's done, I salute him. I truly do. I've got no problem with that. Now, you've watched his videos, yes?
I know what your question is, and I know.
No, right, okay.
Yeah,
you've watched his videos, right?
I've watched the videos, yeah.
Right, okay. Before we get on to the question, which I think you know what I'm going to ask, right? At any point during his videos, does he show ways of how to donate or how you can help at home?
Yes.
He does, right? Okay, fair play. Does he need to show it? Right, okay.
I'm gonna go one point here. He's made a new merchandise range, right?
Oh.
And everything, 100% of money goes to the foundation for the hurricane, right?
That's very noble, and I salute him on that. Well done, Jake Paul.
What I will say is,
I didn't think you'd say that.
Does he need to show it?
No, right, okay.
I've got one thing that says yes and one thing that says no, right? What I mean by that is, yes, he does, because all the other things he's done in the past have been hidden. Like he's done it off camera, and he's helped the Make-A-Wish charity work, all of that stuff that's off camera.
How do you know that it's happened? How do you know that it's happened?
He brought out proof when CN hit him up for all his publicity stunts. He brought out proof of all of this stuff he'd done. He just never showed it on camera because he doesn't want to be arrogant.
I mean,
however, the hurricane is right after, he's brought out these period of videos right after CN News has made this big statement about him. So to show he's owned up to his mistakes, and he says he's made mistakes and he could have done stuff differently. There was one recent where he was accusing another YouTuber beating up his assistant.
I don't watch his videos, but I know the YouTuber you're talking about. I watch his videos and I saw that. Yeah,
so I mean that can put somebody behind bars. That can ruin somebody's life. He owned up to his mistakes. He says he's made mistakes. He does it for the views because he likes attention. He's admitted to all that. However, I think he had to broadcast Hurricane Harvey because yes, not only is it a disaster and he wants to help, but he's bringing a whole army of people donating. I think he's helping by showing it.
Right, no, okay, because I didn't know if he was putting it in it. And I was saying right now to you, fair play. I'm just wondering though, and this is incredibly cynical of me, and I'm a wee bit disappointed. In fact, no, do you know what? Fuck it, I'm not going to say. I'm not going to be cynical. Fuck the negativity. I'm going to say to him, I'm going to own up to it. I'm going to say, do you know what, Jake Paul? Well done. I will give you credit where credit's due. I was going to try and be cynical there, but do you know what? Fuck it, no. He's doing a good job. Whether it's for his own monetary gain or own, to grow himself or whatever. If it is, you do that, but if you've helped people, then fair play to you. I can't take that away from him.
His videos has proved that he's rescued a lot of people.
I don't want to give the boy credit because to be honest, 99% of it doesn't deserve it. But if you've done everything that he says he's done, then yeah, okay, he deserves credit.
You can watch the videos, but what I will say is,
I could, but I'd be supporting that shit.
No, I'd recommend.
I'll maybe watch the Hurricane ones.
I'd maybe recommend watching them because out of the 7 or 8 videos he's uploaded, any money he makes off them, they're all going to the charity as well. So not only is his merchandise range, now his merch sells like a god church. Like that shit sells for fun. Sorry, had to bring in the song there.
I'm going to take away everything good I said about him there if you're not careful.
Right, all the merch that he sells is 100% is going to the.
Okay, no. Right? Do you know what? No.
And the videos, views, the amount of money he makes off the videos, is all going to charity as well. I can't remember the figure he told us that he had made. They had made so far. However, it was a big sum of money considering it was only one video into the whole dilemma.
Right, no, do you know what? Okay, I thought I had more to go on it, but Jamie's answered the questions I was going to give in response to it, and
dabbing on them haters, eh?
Jamie just dabbed.
Dabbing on them haters. Liam is a hater of Jake Paul.
Yeah, and I have every right to be normal. However, this time I won't hate on him. If he's done what he did, then
he's genuinely done good.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Right, if he's done that, then fair play to him.
Yeah, I hated all the publicity stunts, and I hated when he brought these songs with his brother and stuff. The music was just genuinely quite shit. However, he's made a difference in a lot of people's lives, and especially the Hurricane.
Okay.
So I big up him for that. But
Right. I never thought this podcast would end with it, but J. Paul, fair play to you. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Right. Well, do you have anything else to add, or is that all?
No, not at all. I just wanted to put that across.
Put me in my place. Right.
Pretty much, aye. Stop hating.
Fuck off. Anyway, yeah, no Premier League predictions this week, as the current games of next week have not happened due to the international break being on.
Yeah.
We'll be back next Thursday as always. We're not sure yet if we're going to have a guest on or not. We might not, because we did 2 episodes in a row with 2 guests, so we might have a wee bit more time off. I'm not sure. We'll discuss with Jamie during the week, but you'll see the film
What we'll add is, if you want to see the Premier League predictions, it is in last week's episode.
If you go back, and even if you're not interested in the rest, however, I would advise you listening to Joe, because he was a good guest. Then skip near to the end. It's somewhere near the very end. Anyway, mate, good chatting. We were actually saying beforehand we might struggle, because I was struggling to come up with things to talk on beforehand, but this is probably either going to be the most longest or second longest.
This is the longest. I think this is the longest.
Well, I'll check it when we're done, but this is either the longest or the second longest. But yeah, anyway, right, we'll see you next week. I've been Liam Whyte.
And I've been Jamie Allan.
We'll see you next week. Goodbye.